the HTML, I get the in the inspector, it says that it can't reach the resources.
Are you so when you build it, it should send it over to the FileMaker file, right? Does it
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
And then do
And I
you
copy that and try to use it um
do
in the
you
script.
uh-huh.
When I inspect it, it says that it can't reach.
Are you so the so what you should be what you're doing when you bring up the all right, so let's just do this. Let me just pull up a system here. When you deploy the code, you should then you don't need the development mode to run. That error that you're seeing might be because you are um like this one, for example. Okay, so this is working with Tim and his team. If I start this up in the server, if I start this up in the VS Code, this is on dev mode, and then this web viewer, the load widget script is looking at the local host 1234 to serve the code.
All right.
When I deploy it, npm run deploy to FM, that takes it and it sends it over to this field, and now it's there. And then I can turn off dev mode. And this should, instead of looking at localhost 1234, should look at that field. If I turn it on again, I might get that error. Let's see if I get that error because it doesn't know where to look for. No, I can't even load the web viewer because the web viewer doesn't have any code in it. But Michael, you're turning off dev mode to let it look at that field, right? The load widget script.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you want to share, we could take a look at it, or you can ping me right after this, and we can look at it together. It's up to you. You know, people bring their issues, and we work them out here. Or you and I can talk later, so it's up to you. But
Yeah, I can share.
okay,
Sometimes it's not even JavaScript issues.
Uh, what do you think?
what would it be? What else could it be?
Oh, I'm just speaking in terms of the people on the call needing maybe Marcus's other skills.
Oh, okay. So npm start.
Oh, share.
Okay, where's the
Uh, Here it's working from the local host, but this is the JavaScript I'm getting. HTML. So it's saying that it can't reach these files here.
oh yeah, you that I see. That should not be part of it. That should not be. Um,
That's what I get when I run build FM, deploy FM script.
okay, let's do this. Go over to your VS Code file or the repository. Stop the server from running just for the heck of it for a sec. Um, Highlight the parcel cache folder in your editor and right click on it and delete it. We're just going to refresh some things and also do the same thing for the dist folder. Yeah, the dist folder has a bunch of junk in it that now do npm run build. Just do the build. Okay, see, so it did go to your dist folder again. Okay, so see, it's adding a bunch of extra files. That can't be. That dist folder needs to only have one file in it, the index.html. So what this means is that the process is not compiling everything perfectly. Um, Looks like it's a
So
CSS.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
when I've seen this, the module flag in there in his HTML, I wonder if that's been removed
yeah.
in the script module thing.
Look at your index.html file.
That's probably it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Type equals module would be, is that right? Let me look.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the code well enough, but yeah.
So script, in between the script tag and the source tag, put another space and say type equals module. Good call. All right. Go and delete that. Save that. Delete the dist folder again and the parcel cache folder just to be safe.
For the
And
CSS.
Mark, the only reason I know
Michael.
that so quickly is I was bitten by the exact same problem when I was just learning the environment. I get it all working, and then I couldn't compile it, and I couldn't figure out why. ChatGPT had convinced me to change the HTML file and steered me bad.
Yeah, the CSS statement is also not perfect. You will get the
ChatGPT is
CSS file
supposed to be
also
smart.
Thank you.
separated.
Thank you for that. Yeah. You're right. Adam was saying that the line 7 is incorrect. You need to let me give you the code. This is what it should look like. I'll paste it in the chat, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the correct one, yeah. Just copy it from the chat and paste it in the same at line 7.
Erase line 7 and put that instead.
Yeah.
So oh, now let's just check, make sure, open your source folder, make sure that the name is style.css for sure. I assume it is because that style.css. Yep. All right, good. Save that, delete the 2 folders again.
Oh,
All right.
Now this
Okay.
JS is still 2 files.
So let's look at your source, your index.js file. It might be that because there might be something in there. Go scroll up to the top. Oh no, you're not importing anything. Scroll down through it a little bit slowly. No, okay, it's a pretty simple file.
yeah.
All right, let's go back to your HTML file and let's see. Is there anything else in here?
Dot source dot index,
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
Oh, yeah, here, sorry. Import. Oh, yeah, sorry, we missed that. Your script tag should look like this. I'm pasting it in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's the same.
We can't use that source keyword or property because that's assuming that it's just a path to your folder. We need to in that case, Parcel is not going to inline it because you're just linking to a path. Here we're actually importing it. So the code that we write inside of the index.js file will eventually replace line 15.
Yes.
Uh,
Now you have only one file.
Now you can see that at the bottom there. It says dist index.html. Open up the dist folder. Let's take a look at the HTML file just so we all see it. This is all of it. You've got, if you scroll over, it's not, there might be anyway, you can see the style tag about about half of the way through, and then you can see all of your style that was in the CSS folder file. And if you keep going to the left or to the right, go to the right. You can see now. You can see. Keep on going all the way to the end. Oh, there it is. The script tag.
Mhm.
Now all of the JS that you wrote in that index.js file is now in this one line.
Yeah.
So now if you type npm run upload into the terminal, it should take this code from this folder and put it into the to the field that that is designated. There you go.
It looks much better.
Yep.
You have to click on the dialog first.
Click on
In
it.
the
Yeah.
middle,
There's
in
a
the
dial.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
So now all the CSS is there and all the code is there. Notice, just let's look at this for a minute because this is interesting. The second to bottom line, it says d dot text content equals e. See that kind of right above your cursor? Highlight that for us. Second line from the bottom, right next to your cursor. There you go. Highlight just that part for us. This is this is the result of what Parcel and other bundlers do, is that they minify the code. Whatever your D, whatever that D letter, D dot, it replaces whatever variable name you wrote, possibly, because your variable name was longer, and this is attempting to shorten the code as much as possible. So if you made a really long variable name, the bundler will shorten it down to D or some letter. Let's look at your actual index.js and just see the difference. Maybe you use the variable D, I don't know, but so it was text content. Find that word there. Yeah, so you have message content, and it in the bundling process, it just shortened that variable to D. So every time you see message content in your text in the inline version, it's now D. And I think it said D dot text content equals E. So your message variable at the end of line 16 is now the letter E. So one character is about as short as you can get from, half a dozen characters or so to one character. So
I wonder if it did the same thing for chat container dot append child.
where on which part, which line? No.
Just line 23. Like it
Chat
changed
container.
his message content to D. I wonder if it changed chat container to a single letter.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah.
Probably would.
Just curious to see what it is.
Right there.
N, letter
N.
N. Yeah.
Now, why do you think it didn't shorten the word append child there?
Because append child is a special word in JavaScript.
Yeah, it's a method. It's a function inside a file of JavaScript, so it's not going to shorten.
It's not a made up. It's not a made up word like
Yeah.
message content is.
Yeah. So it seems like the actual language of JavaScript can't be shortened, can't be minimized, but anything that and notice too, line 18 is a comment. There are no comments in the code. Because a web viewer, a browser doesn't care about comments. They're not going to do anything with them. Those things get all stripped out. So
I just think and the only reason why I ask what the what chat container was converted to is just I think it's interesting that Parcel tracks and looks at all of that stuff and compares and holds it because it gets to line 14 and said he called the constant called message content a variable, and then he used it again on 15 and 16. He used it again on 19 and going throughout your whole code. If you've got a 20 page, 20 different JavaScript files in there. It tracks all that,
Mhm.
you know, and everything that's message content gets changed to the letter D. You know, it's just interesting to me that Parcel tracks all that stuff as it's doing that.
Yeah. And go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, that's pretty neat.
It's
Because
not.
it's got to be able to change it to a different letter. I mean,
Yep.
it changed message content to D, and it knows, oh wait, I can't change chat container to D. I've already used it, so it's tracking all that somewhere.
Yeah.
How or
It's
where, we
actually
don't know.
it's in the disk folder. It creates files in there that interprets the short code for it.
In the dist folder, or in the
Yeah.
parcel cache folder?
One or the other.
Look at the
It
parcel
might be
cache.
the parcel cache folder.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe all that stuff is where it's keeping track of it.
It's one of those. If you click on them, it'll show you. You don't need it, but that's where it's doing
It's a
it.
text file, the
Yeah.
.txt file. Let's see what that is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It handles it. We don't have to worry about it, but it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it will do this for the thousands of variables that you have in your system. So when I create React apps, when I'm using multiple files and multiple variables, it just keeps track of it. It probably will need to do D and then eventually DD and then DDD, but that's okay.
Kind of like we do in FileMaker.
Exactly. Yep. So cool. Well, I think we fixed it for you, Michael.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully it's a simple one.
And now you just need to stay in FileMaker all the time and always be doing some JavaScript.
Yeah, that's my goal. Use it as much as I can.
My turn.
I'm in section 6 of your course, Jeremy. Data in, data out.
Yep. There you go.
Thank you guys. I
Um,
appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. Mark, Jonathan, do you want to show